Discover how fiber can transform your wellness journey. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm Grace. This is Anna, and we're here today to bring more information to you on Ayurvedic cleansing. And specifically today, we're going to be talking about fiber. Also, I'm not a doctor. I'm an Ayurvedic life coach. So the information that you find in here is only on information that I've learned through my Ayurvedic studies. So if you have any health concerns about taking fiber, I recommend that you talk to your doctor. All right, brand new day. Let's start our talk. Let's go ahead and jump right in. We start fiber as part of an Ayurvedic cleanse. The Ayurvedic cleanse that I'm talking about in particular today is a cleanse that lasts about 4 months long. The cleanse starts in the springtime. So I realize not everyone is in spring right now. If you're not, that's okay. You can still take the information with you and perhaps apply this protocol to your life once your spring kicks off. But for those of us who are in the spring, the fiber starts the very first month. Perhaps not right up front though. You want to hold off on taking the fiber for maybe about 2 to 3 weeks. So month 1, week 2 or 3, then you can start taking the fiber. And fiber, this is an important part that it takes, you take it every other night. I have a little snapshot here of the different elements of fiber, how it's good for weight management, blood sugar control, heart and digestive benefits. There are 2 types of fiber, soluble and insoluble. We'll go into that in just a little bit. Fiber is taken before bed every other night, and it helps us to improve our digestion, which also helps us to improve our immune system. What is fiber? Fiber is dietary fiber. It's like the roughage that's in food. There are 2 types of fiber. There's soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Has anyone ever had chia seeds? Maybe you put it in your smoothie or you put it in some water and stirred it and you see how they kind of bloat up and have kind of like a gel-like quality to them. When you see that gel around the chia, that's the soluble fiber. And when that gets into our system, our body doesn't process it. Rather, the fiber ferments in our digestive system. And when it does, it's actually good for us. It sounds like it might not be so good, but it's actually good for us in that it's good for the good bacteria that's in our gut. It feeds it, it nourishes it, and it makes it stronger. So when we increase the good bacteria in our gut, we also help to decrease the bad bacteria and thereby overall helping our body. Insoluble fiber does not dissolve in water. When we think of fiber, okay, so maybe there's a particular cereal you think of, or a particular bread or something. I really didn't know what fiber was until I really started researching it, but it's so fascinating. It's a type of carbohydrate that comes from our plant-based foods. Now, carbs get a bad rap too. Carbs are not bad, okay? Carbs provide us the energy that we need. So carbs are good. So don't let this carbohydrate, that fiber is a carb, scare you off. Fiber, yes, it is a type of carbohydrate, but it cannot be absorbed by the human body. It actually does help us, helps our digestive system. It adds that bulk to the stool that helps us with improved bowel movements. Benefits of fiber. Oh, this list, it kept getting longer and longer and longer. So I had to stop somewhere. So benefits of fiber, first and foremost, weight management. It helps us to maintain or manage our weight. It also helps us reduce the inflammation that's in the gut, in the lining. I had a picture. Oh, I forgot to show it. Let me see if I can get it. Or did I already show? Yeah, there it was. So let me go back here. And as you see on these they're like little finger tentacle type things in the gut. in this little texture, right, in our gut lining. The fiber helps to keep this healthy and working the way it's supposed to. You may have heard of leaky gut syndrome. So fiber actually helps to restore and heal the gut, reduces that inflammation. Fiber is also energy for those cells in the colon lining. Fiber enhances our immune system. A big portion of the body's immune defense system is in the intestines. And so the healthier that we can get our guts, our intestines, our digestive system, the healthier and more powerful our immune system will become. Blood sugar. This is another wonderful, interesting fact that fiber helps to regulate blood sugar. And you think, well, how? I mean, how does it do that? Well, that gel-like substance that's in the chia, the flaxseed does it too. It slows the digestive system down. So when we have that present in our food, whatever our chyme, whenever the food comes down, and once it goes down into our stomach, the food that we've chewed up and swallowed then becomes what is called chyme. And in that chyme, it goes through our digestive system. And if it's got that fiber in it, it will slow it down, slow down the processing of that chyme. It'll slow down the absorption of carbs. And because that's slowed down and that process has slowed down, it will reduce the rise in blood sugar levels. So it won't spike. They'll gradually increase rather than if there's no fiber, then there's no barrier, there's no gate or way to meter it, but the fiber does help meter the food in our body so that it kind of gives it little by little, and then our blood sugar will increase little by little. Hopefully that makes sense. Fiber also lowers the cholesterol. It even prevents cancer, not only colon, but also breast cancer. Fiber allows our bodies to have better detoxification processes, meaning it empowers our body's natural detoxification process to take place. Fiber for an Ayurvedic cleanse is broken down like this. So the standard fiber that we take during this Ayurvedic cleanse that I am leading is psyllium husk and flaxseed. It's an equal part, a 50-50 mixture, equal parts. Now per teaspoon, let's look at how much fiber we're getting when we are taking these two items. Psyllium husk, 1 teaspoon of psyllium husk has approximately, if we look at soluble fiber, the 2.8 grams, so it does have that like gooey gel-like quality. So it's the one that can absorb water. It has a little bit of the insoluble fiber, and then calories. And the reason I put calories here is just keep that in mind. It's not just to say it's not very many calories. A teaspoon of ground flaxseed has 0.6 grams of soluble fiber and 1.2 grams of insoluble. So flax seeds have more insoluble fiber than soluble fiber. And flax seeds are approximately 18 calories for 1 teaspoon. Again, that's not very much. For the combined total, keep this in mind, 5.3 grams. You can just that's about 5 grams for a teaspoon of psyllium husk and a teaspoon of ground flax seeds. Calories total, approximately 24. It's got 3.4 grams of soluble fiber and 1.9 grams of insoluble fiber. Bet you guys didn't think you were going to be learning so much about fiber today. All right, this PowerPoint will be available on the Grace Yoga Circle in case you want it. And we can even have a make-believe test if you want. And so maybe you want to download that PDF for the make-believe test. All right, let's get to how to take the fiber. We're going to make a 50-50 mix of the psyllium husk and fresh ground flaxseed. I have that fresh in red because flax seeds go rancid more quickly than others seeds, meaning the oil in flax seeds is delicate, it breaks down faster than the oil in other types of seeds. So that said, the ground flax seed shelf life is about 4 months. When you make your 50-50 mix, don't make a mix for like the whole year. Make a mix that's going to last you 1 to 4 months, but no more than 4 months. And that way you're getting the freshest oil for your body in the ground flaxseed. And it's just better. You know, we do not want to put the rancid oils in our body, but just please note that things do start to turn rancid before you can smell it. Start with 1/8 of a teaspoon of the 50-50 mix. Okay, so this is important, really important for you to start small. Please do not go and just take a teaspoon each of psyllium and flax, and meaning 2 teaspoons total on the first day. This is dangerous because your body's not used to it. You must, and I want to emphasize, you must gradually increase. So start with 1/8 of a teaspoon. And when you make your first cup, I know I started with 1/8 of a teaspoon on my cleanse this year. And I was like, wow, that's not a lot at all. But you're allowing your body to adjust to taking fiber. If you just go straight in with taking 2 teaspoons of fiber on the first day, it could cause a blockage in your digestive system. You do not want that, so be careful. The next step, taken in warm water right before bed every other night. Every other night. A key point is every other night. We'll go into that in just a second. Make sure to take it right after mixing it. If you let it sit there, then that soluble fiber will bloat up and it's not very pleasant to drink like that. So mix it up and then take it right away. The reason that we do every other night is because fiber somewhat interferes with Triphylla's effects on the body. And so that's why we take fiber every other night. So it gives Triphylla a chance to work as it's intended. Again, gradually increase. Gradually increase by working your way up to 2 teaspoons. And then you're going to take fiber on this cleanse for over the whole 4-month period, starting in stage 1. Adding this mixture of fiber to your lifestyle every other night will help you significantly increase the amount of fiber that you're receiving. Okay, so some alternatives to taking the mix. Some people are sensitive to the flax seeds. So the option would be to only take the psyllium husk instead of the flax seed. Or if you can't do either psyllium husk or flax seed, you could even do, this is just one example. There are many types of fiber, but I put rolled oats on here as one of the examples to supplement in your diet to give you extra fiber. This would be about 5 extra grams of fiber, 1/3 of a cup of dry rolled oats. It gives you the breakdown here, 3.2 grams of soluble fiber, 2.1 grams of insoluble fiber, which is a really good balance. The only downside of if you're trying to lose weight is that it's a lot more calories than the psyllium husk and the flaxseed mix. The psyllium husk and flaxseed mix is about 24 calories for 5 grams of fiber, whereas rolled oats, you've got 113 calories. It's not as, it's 4 to 5, almost 5 times the amount of calories. So that said, I would suggest having the rolled oats maybe at dinner, but not right before bed, because we don't want to have a lot of calories or food on our stomach right as we go to bed. When we go to bed, our liver is going to start to detox and do its thing, clean our body. But if it's busy digesting the rolled oats, for example, it's just too much. It can't do both things effectively. Here is a bag of psyllium husks. So you can see the psyllium husks in there. I know it probably looks kind of blurry. Psyllium husks, organic. If you can get organic, get organic. And then fiber or flax. Oh, where did I put that? I got these flax seeds. I'm trying golden flaxseed. I recommend that just get a small amount. I've gotten the 4-pound bag, but the thing is, like I said earlier, the oil in the flaxseed, the natural oil that's in the flaxseed, goes rancid quickly. So if you can, get whole flax seeds and grind them freshly for yourself. Grind an amount that will last 1 to 4, but no more than 4 months. And you'll do a 50-50 mix. Oh yeah, and then I have a demonstration. So I have some warm water right here. And here is a 1/2 teaspoon. So if you're going to be taking it tonight, okay, so have your warm water. I'm going to do a demonstration. Prepare your 50-50 mixture. So grind up some flax seeds fresh, 50% flax seeds, 50% psyllium husk. Just blend them in a little container. And this is a 1/2 teaspoon. Let's say I don't have an 1/8 teaspoon with me, or even a 1/4. I have a 1/2. So all I'm going to do is just fill this 1/2 teaspoon a 1/4 full, and that'll be an 1/8 teaspoon. You see how little of amount that is? Just a little bit, and then put it in water, and you're going to stir it around, and then drink it right away. Otherwise, if you let this sit, the soluble fiber is going to bloat up, and it's going to kind of be like drinking something that's been curdled, and that's not very good. So I'll try to down my warm water that I have here. Oh, and if you're taking triphala, you can take your triphala at the same time that you have your fiber. All right, so important, when you're taking fiber, make sure to increase your water intake, and this will help you prevent having any of those blockages that we were talking about. If you take too much fiber with not enough water, that's going to equal a blockage. So make sure to increase your water in general. So in general, we're supposed to have about 8 cups of water or 64 ounces of water a day. For every 5 grams of fiber that you add to your diet, increase it by 8 ounces of water. Gradually increase the fiber. That's really important to do. Make sure to start with a small amount, 1/8 teaspoon of your mix of fiber. Pay attention to your body. If you're finding discomfort, some people have had nausea, listen to your body and reduce the fiber until your body can adjust to it. Now, if you are experiencing bloating, that's another story. What happens when our digestive system is bloating after we've taken the fiber? It's because our microbiome in our intestines and our gut is rebalancing. It doesn't know what to do with the fiber at first. So it's like, whoa. And so it can produce gas in your digestive system, in your colon. It will eventually sort itself out. So give it a few days, maybe 4 days, maybe. Check in with your body. If by then it's not better, then you could maybe reduce it or try a different form of fiber. Take a break, try again, then start maybe with a different type of fiber. Complementary practices, just stay hydrated. It's important to have enough water when you take or increase your fiber. Adopt an Ayurvedic diet. Avoid processed or refined foods. Learn your dosha. You'll start fiber in the first month of an Ayurvedic cleanse and continue it through that cleanse. Ways to contact me: join the Grace Yoga circle here on Insight Timer, message me through Insight Timer, check out my profile for a link to my website where it has more information on Ayurvedic cleansing. So to recap, today we talked about fiber. We talked about how much of soluble fiber, insoluble fiber it has, and how much of our mix has fiber, like the amounts of soluble and insoluble fiber in our mix. We talked about fiber's benefits and some precautions as well. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. We have a lot of great information that will help support you on your weight loss journey. So like, comment, and subscribe so you know when our next videos come out. Happy cleansing.